I'm not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in UK test part 349, how you can support your community. Jury service is so short. I don't want to make a whole video about jury services and then 5 about school, helping in schools. Jury service. Jury service, why doing risk training and if you participate in risk training, that is the risk. How you can support your community. There are a number of positive ways in which you can support your community. Is support not always positive? There are also things you can influence your community in a negative way, but support not always positive. There are positive ways, and that way is supportive. There are a number of, let's just read the sentence to the end before I talk a bit of it. There are a number of positive ways in which you can support your community and be a good citizen. And now we're starting to list. Jury service. As well as getting the right to vote, people on the electoral register are randomly selected to serve on jury. Anyone who is on the electoral register and is aged 18 to 70, are basically all people. Some people are older, but these are basically all people. Can be asked to do this. Now I'm saying can be asked to do this. That sounds like actually liberty and freedom and actually helping in a free way and not in a forced manner. That's all. If you're just here for new, then that's all, and I'm going to try just to understand it. So we're going back here. They had told us that you have to go to the electoral register. To be able to vote, you must have your name on the electoral register. So if you want to vote, you must have your name in the electoral register. In England, Wales and Northern Ireland, a jury has 12 members. Everyone who is summoned to do jury service must do it, unless they are not eligible, for example, because they are criminals or have ill health. Who is summoned? No, we could look up what that word actually means. I don't know. Can be asked to do this. I'm reading from it that everyone has to. So if they want to be a good citizen, they have to have to jury service, and they only have 2 excuses: to be criminal or to be ill at health. I actually don't want to talk about jury, but about jury service. Now it's jury service. It is a way. It's just the way it is. The people are selected for it and forced to do it. A way to be a good citizen and to help the community. That is it. That was jury service. Now we're going to do risk training in a moment. Let's first do something else. Let's go back to the architect. I'm not sure if I can remember it good right now. It was hard recall. I'm starting to forget the things I already knew. Hard recall. So it's something. Alright, hard recall. And the person who had no person. It were cathedrals in. There's Dedham and Durham. And I can't tell the part right now. Durham. Where's the cathedral? And Lincoln, Canterbury and Salisbury also. There is the Hardwick Hall in Derbyshire, a great country house, and there is by Indigo Jones. Let's try to remember the name. We had it 5 chapters ago. We wanted to rename Indigo Jones, to remember, to memorize. So Indigo Jones did Greenfield's house, Queen's house at Greenwich, Queen's house at Greenwich, and banqueting house in Whitehall. I don't think that is really useful what I'm doing here to learn these things, but maybe I'm going to learn something about Regia and these things. If I keep learning it right now, even though I know I can't really remember. So there's Indigo Jones, Queen's house at Greenwich, and banqueting house in Whitehall. None. Indigo Jones, Queen's house, Greenwich, and banqueting house in Whitehall. None. Now we're standing. If you participate in it, that is a German risk. We're having the go to stay set, and the hands are next to it, formed to fists, and we're bringing them down and up. And we're having 3 rules. The first rule is that we're stopping immediately as soon as we feel pain. The second rule is that we're going on as fast as we can cope with a little bit of effort. And the third rule is we're not overdoing it. So one more time and then that's it. So that's it. The next exercise, that was the spotlight, now we're doing the flashlight. Same position, but now we're bringing the fists to the inside and to the outside. Two more times. What is interesting for me about that is that sometimes it's completely the ability lost to repeat what's just try to remember. But without learning it again, at another time, a day later or something, it's complete again. So where was the problem? By just saying it again, because I think I don't have to look at it again, and in a day I'm going to know it. No matter if I would be able to say it now or not. And that is something very interesting, I think. The next exercise. We're having flat hands next to us, and we're bringing them up, and again down. There's also a question, am I distorting it right now? So, the things I'm doing right now, if I'm not concentrated, will I lose the memory about them? Or does it have no effect? Will I scatter them apart, these memories? And there's a pancake clipper, and we're doing it now. One more time. We forgot the magician. Flat hands, and we're bringing the hands to the inside and to the outside. And the last time, another quadrangular castle-like. Hands out, form to fists, and we bring these fists up. No, to the inside, starting out to the inside. And now up. And to the outside. And down. And to the inside. And down. To the outside. And up. To the inside, and that was a quadrangular castle architect. Now we're going to do the crab anxious to a fever. Arm next to us, hand form to a fist, and we're bringing this fist down, and pressing with moderate force against it. And we're putting it on the outside. And from the top. From the bottom. On the outside hand and bring it down, pressing against it. Pulling from the outside. And from the top. And pull back. Press the button. And relaxing exercise, we're going with, so relaxation for the muscle, we're going with moderate pressure on the middle part of the lower arm. And the other side. We're done with just saying, so it was Dedham Weir, which John Constable painted, and it was in Durham and Canterbury and Lincoln, and yes, Lincoln and Salisbury, where the cathedrals are. And it is the Hardwick Hall school, which is a great house in Derbyshire, Hardwick Hall in Derbyshire, and it was Indigo Jones who made at Greenwich near London the Queen's House and also the banqueting house in Whitehall in London. And it was Robert Adams who was a Scot, and he was influential also on Bath, where the Royal Crescent is, and he built the. It's really interesting. I didn't try to memorize it properly. Sir Christopher Robin built the Poskerfield, St. Poskerfield. What did Robert Adams build? He built Dumfries House. Dumfries House. Okay. The 9 countries we had so far of the Commonwealth. Antigua and Barbuda, Australia and Bahamas, the Bahamas, and Bangladesh, Barbados and Belize and Botswana and Cameroon and Brunei Darussalam and Cameroon. Cambodia was never named. Cambodia is then next to Thailand. So Cameroon. Cameroon, it is in Africa. There in the corner. And Botswana, it was in the south, north of South Africa. Now we have in Canada, Cyprus and Dominica. Is Dominica just a name? Not Dominican Republic. So you'll not be able to find Dominica. But here's Canada. The green thing, north of the United States. Or west. And also east. And Cyprus is here. It's not. It is. Okay, it's written. Cyprus, the yellow island there. There. In the Mediterranean Sea, south of Turkey, where's Cyprus? Now let's look if we can find. I don't know what it was. Dominica. Do we mean Dominican Republic? We're gonna assume we mean Dominican Republic. That is here. We're gonna look later again. That is east of Haiti. And the Caribbean. The green part. Dominica and Dominican Republic, 2 different countries. We're gonna have to look closer where we are. But I don't have time right now. I thank you very much and until next time.